Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Nikki from Simple Tech Media. Today, we're going to look at an application that is no stranger to us. This is used a lot to collaborate with different team members, hence the name Teams. But there's some collaboration techniques that you may not be aware of. So today, let's look at how to collaborate in Teams. The very first thing that I'm going to do is open up Teams and then go to create a meeting. Now, keep in mind, this is if I was creating the meeting, hosting the meeting. I would start from scratch. If you were just attending the meeting, that meeting link would already be sent to you and you would get into that meeting through that link. So we're going to pretend that we are hosting this meeting. To start the meeting, I'll press the camera in the top right-hand corner of the screen. I'll give the meeting just a simple name. And then when I'm ready, I'll press OK. Now, because I don't have my camera turned on, the logo that I have set for my Office account, that's being used in replace of the camera. I want to split this video up into two separate sections so that way you can see exactly what you need to see as you're going through and collaborating with your different team members. The first section, I'm going to just show my screen so that way you can see all of the buttons you need to press and then what it would look like if you are presenting. The second section, I'll show my computer screen as well as my phone screen. So that way you can see what it would look like if you're presenting, which would be my computer screen, and then what it would look like if you're attending the meeting, which would be my phone screen. Because presenters are going to have different view capabilities than the audience. So I want you to be able to see exactly what it would look like if you're going to be the one presenting this information to your team. So today, we're going to focus on the share button. That's it. There are so many things that we can do with this share button. The very first thing that I want you to see when you press that share button is the very first section says that you can share the screen, you can share a specific window, or you can share a specific tab on your window. I just want to give you a quick overview of what all three of those mean, and then we'll see them being used in just a minute. If you share your entire screen, anything that you do, any location that you go to, anything that you open will be visible to your entire team. Whereas if you share a window, anything that you do on that window will be visible. So if I were to share my Chrome window, it doesn't matter how many tabs are open inside of Chrome. If I choose to show that entire window, everything inside that is visible. Whereas if I were to share just a tab, then only that specific tab. I can move on as the presenter to a different tab, but only that one tab will be shown. And we'll see all of that play out in just a little bit. So you'll see the very first thing popping up. If I have anything opened on a Chrome tab, it'll allow me to share that. I can share my entire Chrome window. That's what's currently open. Or I can choose to share the entire screen. I want you to note down at the very bottom in the left-hand corner, you will see a section that says to share that tab's audio. So if you need to have audio going along with whatever you're trying to share, for example, if you're trying to share maybe a YouTube video to your team, you do want to have that audio in there so you can choose to share that audio with the tab. When I click on my window section, you're going to see a little preview down there at the bottom. That preview is going to show a preview of just my Chrome window. For this first example, so you can see what it would look like on your end when you share, I'm going to choose to share the entire screen. Once you choose to share your entire screen, down at the bottom, you're going to see a little tab pop up that says Teams is sharing your screen. You can choose to stop sharing whenever you want to, or you can hide that notification. If you're working on a PC, one thing that's very helpful is you're going to have a red outline over your entire screen just to remind you that you are sharing your screen. So anything that you open or you go to is going to be visible to your entire audience. With this, wherever I go, so I'm going to go to a Safari tab now. And now that I'm at a Safari tab, that tab, all of the data on there is going to be shown to my entire audience because I chose to show my entire screen. And then once you're ready to stop sharing your screen, you'll just go down to that notification in the bottom and say stop sharing. Again, on a PC, that notification is going to be up at the top. It's going to look just slightly different depending on what operating system you're using. Now, with all of these examples, as we're going through them, they're going to look pretty similar on the screen because we're just choosing to share different things. So I think it'll be really helpful if you're able to not only show what buttons to press, but what that's going to look like to somebody sitting in on your presentation. So in our next share options, we're going to choose to share a PowerPoint presentation. I want you to notice that on the screen, that's going to be through the eyes of the presenter. That person is giving the presentation. Then I'm going to show you my phone screen, and on my phone screen, that's going to be an audience member. So that way you can see exactly what it would look like if you're giving a presentation. Choose to share a PowerPoint presentation. When I click on that, you'll notice that it says PowerPoint Live. That's going to allow you to collaborate with your team in real time. So on the computer screen, you're going to notice that that PowerPoint presentation pulls up in presenter view. With presenter view, it allows you to see the slide. If you have any notes that are going to be on that slide, you see those notes there. If you need to make any annotations when you're giving your presentation, you can annotate your slide in real time, and all of that is going to pop up on your audience's view. I'm going to go back to the Share tab and allow you to see what the audience would see as you're sharing your content. You'll notice on the computer screen as the presenter, it is allowing me to see the Share button. I see the dialog box pop up. But on the phone screen, while the presenter is getting all of that information ready to go, the phone screen just has the camera there. The first button that I'm going to click on is sharing the window. As I'm sharing the window, I want you to notice when I create a new tab inside this active window, they're still able to see everything that's going on. But notice the second I switch over from my Chrome window to my Safari window, the phone screen is going to stay the same. It's going to freeze even though I'm moving around on the computer screen. So when you're sharing that window, everything that you're doing is only visible inside that active window. And then once you're ready to stop sharing, you'll click your stop sharing button, and that'll take you back to your camera screen so your audience is able to see your video. The last collaborative feature that I want you to see is the whiteboard. The whiteboard allows you to work synchronously with your team. When you click on the whiteboard, the very first thing that you're going to see is a whiteboard that's already created with your team. If you choose that whiteboard, everyone is able to see that whiteboard and follow along with you as you're making adjustments to it. So we'll click on the whiteboard that's already created with our team. And when I choose that, it's just going to give me some introductory information telling me that I can use sticky notes, I can create timed session, or I can choose from different templates. When I go to create my whiteboard, it does allow me to choose a template, and I'll just pick a template that we can choose, so that way the structure is already there. When I choose a template, it's going to ask me where I want to place the template. If you're following along with what the presenter is seeing on the computer screen and comparing it to what the audience is seeing on the phone screen, the audience is not able to see all of those dialog boxes that the presenter had to go through to choose the templates, to be notified of the sticky notes, the time session, all of that. The audience isn't able to see that. Once I've chosen the template that I want to use, I'm going to place the template on the whiteboard. That pink box up at the top that says participants are following you, that means everyone is able to see what you're doing on the screen, but they're also able to collaborate at the same exact time. I'll change the topic 1 here so that way we can see the adjustment. This one will be content ideas. And then I'm going to allow one of the audience members on the phone screen to create a content idea, and then you'll see that update on the whiteboard. So everyone is able to collaborate all at the same exact time. Teams is an incredible tool that allows you to collaborate synchronously with your audience. I hope you were able to learn or maybe understand just a little bit better some of these collaborative features inside of Teams. The next time you hold a meeting, try one of them out, see how it goes, and then let me know. Until next time, I'm Nikki, and this is Simple Tech Media.